Peace and welcome to FlyDialogue. We got another dope session for you today. Chef Charlotte Miller's cooking with us. She's the founder of Mama Blanche Catering, YayYay Southern Style Cafe, located in the historic Jefferson Street district of North Nashville, Tennessee, home to the Fish Jubilee Singers and the TSU Aristocratic Bands. Let's go. I want to focus on more of the celebration, celebrating you, giving you flowers for just the strides that you've taken. Like I said, we've known each other for so long, man, and I'm happy to see this evolution. You know, I want to ask some questions. I mean, as far as that evolution, and I know it started obviously with Mama Blanche. Tell the folks about Mama Blanche. Who was Mama Blanche?
Blanche is a catering company. It is named after my great grandmother, my dad's mother, born in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and my grandmother, my dad's mom, was a very great cook and a true Southern cook. Yeah. And I wanted to have, to be quite honest, I wanted to have a brunch. Like I said, with that whole thing with Project Return, I wanted something that harkened to that Southernness and that hospitality and the tradition, but also a piece of modern. Because I always think it's funny that people think about Southern hospitality, but Southern hospitality is Black.
Yeah, because that's where it started.
Because the people who were practicing that and made those people feel that way were Black. And the irony is they made people feel that way while they were in chains.
I mean, that's incredible actually to highlight, man. That's there's something to be said about that. Absolutely.
So that was where Mama Blanche came from. So that's the catering part. And then YayYay's is the event space, is the actual space you can come in where we offer the best of things. Like I said, I worked at two places that got nominated for a James Beard. I worked at hotels. There were top 2 resorts in America. I worked at 4-star, 4-diamond hotels. I worked with some of the best chefs in the country. Yeah. So I knew that quality level. I came from that. I worked it for 15, 20, almost 20 years now. Yeah. And I needed to transition that into my own space. And I needed for Black people to know that it was a space for them.
Everyone has that one family member that simply makes you feel good. For Amarian and Heather Lee, it was their Aunt Deborah. To celebrate her, the Lees created Aunt Deborah's favorites, products that make you feel good and appeal to your 5 senses, such as scented shea butters, candles, foam soaps, and more. FlyDialogue is proud to partner with Aunt Deborah's favorites, so be sure to visit their website. That's AuntDebFaves.com. Buy one of their gift boxes and share it with someone that makes you feel good, just like Aunt Deborah.
One of the things I'm really proud of that YayYay's doing is we're working with another organization that I'm part of called Les Dames Escoffier. Les Dames actually gave me my scholarship to go to culinary school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So to be able to be a member of the board now 20 years later is full circle. And we started a symposium on diversity, equity, and inclusion, on how to desegregate Nashville's food scene. Because I noticed that whenever I went into spaces, I was always the only face. And after doing some research with a wonderful lady by the name of Nancy, we found out Nashville is the 6th most segregated city in America.
Number 6. Wow. I thought it was actually a little higher than that. I was thinking top 5 at least, but
we're close. We're not proud of it.
Not right.
So we started getting experts in. Also calling out other people as to why their space wasn't more inclusive.
Right.
Because I could have told stories of what I went through in kitchens. I mean, I got called Mon Petit Negrita, my little Black one, my French chef for a whole year. I mean, I'm the first Black woman chef in the history of the Hermitage Hotel and still am.
Wow.
And then when I got the position, the historian for the hotel came downstairs and said, Charlotte, these gentlemen used to work as busers and waiters at the hotel years ago. I'd love them to see a colored woman in charge now.
Wow.
That was a
And
good.
what year was this? What was this, like the 50s, the
No,
60s?
no, no. He said that to my face.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Totally
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay. Like the hospitality space is not anything like what I grew up with. And
Right.
I'm glad because it was rough. And it was part of the reason why I changed and transitioned um, and grew. Like I definitely grew in that space. But it's hard. And I don't want it hard, make it hard for anybody else because it is hard. And I did understand my privilege. That's part of the reason why there aren't that many brown faces
Right.
because I did internships and I knew how to talk to people and call the right people. I was in rooms where people would go through resumes. If they couldn't pronounce your name, they didn't call you back.
Wow. You're just thrown out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It doesn't surprise me, but it's just crazy that's kind of like how they weed people out, you know.
Yeah.
It's shameful.
Well, like I said, on all my resumes, I put C.E. Miller, so you didn't know if I was a man or a woman. You're gonna judge me on my work. For the most part, the kitchens are pretty democratic about that. If you can do the work, they really don't care. Once you prove yourself, you're in. And that's part of the reason why I got as far as I did. I let them call me all the names and playing around and jokes and stuff because I knew I was going to get to the next spot, and I did.
Right.
And that's how I ended up like working in the Keys, working in Texas, working in St. John and St. Thomas and Belize and all those places. Is because I knew. Because what also people don't understand is that those jobs are never posted. Those jobs are never posted. Somebody calls somebody and say, "Hey, I'm looking for somebody. Do you know someone?"
Right.
And that's how you get in.
Right. That's a very tight circle. You know what I mean? I mean, very much so word of mouth. And, you know, at that point, it's not what you know, to your point. You know, once you get in, you know, it's what you know and performing. But it's really who you know to even get to that point, you know, and if you don't know, then, you know, you're excluded.
Sometimes people become gatekeepers. They love.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm a war bus.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm in sales, man. I deal with I don't know how to put this nicely. I should say this. I deal with all kinds of gatekeepers, whether that's secretaries, assistants, and this, that, and the other, trying to get to the right person. That's a part of what I do. And, you know, honestly, a part of being a good salesperson is being able to somehow connect with that gatekeeper, but then help have that person help you get to the actual person. You know,
right, the person who can make the decision.
That's right, the decision maker. That's it. So yeah, there's something to be said about that, man. I mean, there's
a skill.
There's good gatekeepers and bad ones, you know, and then there's some who just don't know what the hell they're doing, but we don't have to talk about that.
But like I said, so coming into Nashville, one of the reasons why I came back home was because of Douglas. Alan was going to go to high school. I mean, and I didn't know I was finishing up working in St. Thomas and living in the Caribbean. Oh my goodness. I thought that was going to be, you know, everybody tells you it's a dream job. What they don't tell you is about, do you like water? How would you like electricity all the time? Do you like being able to buy milk? I mean, a gallon of milk 15 years ago cost me almost $11. Yeah, it was cheaper to buy rum instead of milk.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, Douglas was telling me that Nashville was becoming a food scene and that East Nashville stuff was changing. And he was mentioning a couple of restaurants and I should come home because I was a chef. And a friend of mine was working with Sean Brock at McCrady's. And I knew that Sean's friend was Tyler, the executive chef at the Hermitage Hotel. The Hermitage Hotel is the only only 5-star, 5-diamond hotel in the state of Tennessee, still is.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like,
Okay. I didn't
yep,
realize that.
yep. And I was like, I want to go work there. If I'm going to come back home, I only want to work at the best. And again, there was nobody posted anything. It was a phone call and a phone call. And I was in on the interview. And that's how I got it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, shout out to Doug, man.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Doug is her younger brother. Feels like a kid brother to me, man. That's dope, man. That he actually had the wherewithal to be like, yo, Nashville, it's definitely a foodie town. But I didn't
It is
realize he
now.
had
And I
a
just
part
tell
in.
you, now when I see stuff coming in and out, and now I get invited to stuff, which is so
Yeah,
weird. People invite me to come to openings and give my opinions on stuff. And I'm like, man, y'all don't understand. When I grew up here, it was about the wild boar, Granite Falls, and we were like, oh, the cooker. The cooker
the
was
cooker,
fine dining, boy.
the cooker. Oh, that was my spot, man.
Yeah, listed.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there used to be one out in Hermitage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you know where Poorhouse is?
Oh, yeah. That's right by the street, down the house.
That used to be a cooker.
Oh, boy.
Oh man, that warms my heart. Oh God, the cooker was so good to me. Woo,
It was
that
all
was
about
one
the
of my
rolls.
spots.
It was all about the rolls.
Yeah, yeah. Now
But
that
it's funny,
speaks to your old Nashville-ness. I love
yeah.
that. I love
It was
that.
funny because I told me all the time, I was like, I don't like New Nashville. And they're like, what? I go, I don't like New Nashville. There's so
Yeah,
many things that are closing down, and like the exit end got me really badly. That hurt
yeah,
my heart.
yeah. That was a
Um,
tough one.
yeah, and because I was hoping that we could still, because now we're losing the thing that makes Music City, and that's the music.
Be sure to visit FlyDialogue.com to find out more about us, including our radio station where we stream hip hop 24/7. Yo, we're literally jamming as we speak. We got a craft beer blog called Cream. Craft rules everything around me. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the craft beer app called Untapped, or on YouTube. Just search Fly Dialogue on all these platforms. Be sure to follow us and friend us, subscribe to us. Long story short, check us out. We love to have y'all and we look forward to connecting with you. And let's talk soon.